So today we are working on a Jayco trailer. It's got a dent on the corner at the front. We're going to be removing the edging on the front corner here and seeing what sort of damage possibly may be in there and straightening out the siding. And this is a video to help any of the trailer owners out there that are looking to try to fix this themselves in a way that it doesn't cost you a lot of money. Okay, so in the next segment here you can see I have removed, there's a screw that attaches onto the bottom here, and I have removed the strip and already ahead of time started taking out some of the screws. So as you get up here, and I'll move back so you can see that it has shifted over a little to the left, and you can see how the screws have been pulled out, and you see where it's pulled over to the left side, and then you see the original caulking that has stretched over to the left. So that tells you how much stress was put on the edging on that front corner. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue remove all the screws. You just pull this strip up as far as you really need to take out the screws so that you can remove the complete edging off of the front of the trailer, so that you can see exactly what's going on in there. So we'll see in the next segment. And so in the next segment here, I've removed all the screws all the way up, and some of them were not attached into the original wood that's in the corner of the trailer here, which tells you how much stress there was. So what I do next here, because you can see there is a bit of a gap here. So normally what I do is you take your utility knife and just cut any of the silicone, try to cut in as best as you can to get in there to get the silicone cut on each side. Go to the other side and give it a cut also. Then now you can remove, you take the bottom here now and you start to remove and pull that off, okay? And then once you get this opened up, then you can see inside. Really, there wasn't really that much damage. This is more of a smaller dent on some of the trailers that we deal with, but some are real nightmares that are being hit hard, and it has damaged the structure inside. So in some cases it can be repaired on the outside, and in some cases it has damaged the interior of the trailer. So we'll see what we can do here and what really needs to be done, and we'll see in the next segment. Hope this helps. So you can see now you've got quite a bit of sealant that comes from factory inside this corner edging, which is very good. Even though once it's reattached, we will be siliconing, of course, with clear silicone, 100% silicone on the both sides, complete from top to bottom, for that extra added seal. So now what we're going to do here, I just have gotten a small little crowbar here. We're just going to pull this apart a little bit just so that we can get this removed, unstuck from the sealant inside here. Okay, and the panel. I'm going to do this with one hand. So anyway, you understand this part so far. So once I get this removed and I start getting this straightened out, so now I have straightened out the aluminum siding on the side of the trailer, which is a lot better. It's about as best you're going to get that. And it's not, got that big buckle in it anymore. So also the wood framing inside, I've already taken a good look at that. It's in good condition. It just pulled the screws, a few of the screws out of the existing wood framework in there. And that's fine once I get the strip now back in place. Once we push this now back on, okay, correctly here on both sides, and get everything closed up, then the screws you'll just put on a little bit of a tighter angle to the right to pull everything back into place, which I'll be showing you in the next segment here once I get this strip back in place, and we'll see in the next segment. So now we've gotten a few of the screws back in now. We're coming back down, and we've gotten to this point here. And on the other side, you'll see that it has a stretch dent mark here that's pulled out from it being pushed over to the left. Okay, and as you're coming down a little further, you'll see another one right here. Okay, so what we're going to do now, we're going to use a 2x3 because that's what I have. You can use any sort of piece of wood. You're going to put it over top of the dent, okay, with your hammer, of course, so that you don't mark up the corner edging on the trailer. So you're going to tap the wood here so that you can try and straighten out that dent, and the same on the next one. Also, it's a good idea too to take your piece of wood, once you're screwing it on, also to give it a tap from the front. Keep going around so that everything is pressed in tightly and goes over and closes off around the complete edge of the siding. Make sure that everything is locked in. None of the siding is sticking over the edge of the corner edging as you're trying to put it on, so that everything will lock into place. And the dent, I've taken that dent out, and it worked out very well with a piece of wood, no damage. Okay, and that is straightened out, which is putting the proper contour back into the front edging. So as I get to the next one here, we'll be straightening that one out. So what I like to do is, because it got really stressed on this one corner where it had been pulled out, a lot of times you have to make a new hole to put in the screws to have a good area to reattach this, so everything pulls in nicely on a good piece of lumber inside of the framing. Okay, so there you can see I've already started to screw in here to see, and I can show you. So where the original hole was above there, I've put that one in. Next one here, I'm putting another one in to bring this corner in, because that's where our dent is, and we want that to be pulled in properly so we can straighten out that dent, and then we'll go to the next one. Okay, so we'll see you in the next segment. Let's take a look now here. In the last segment, we were getting the rest of the bottom on and trying to get the second dent out, and as you can see now, we've completely attached it back, and you've got that nice contour back. The dent is out as best as it's going to get. Once aluminum siding gets dented and gets a crease in it, you can't get it completely out, but you can get it back looking pretty good. Okay, and everything back in order. And then the next thing now will be to put your strip back in, and you only want to just take it like this, squeeze it in, and run your fingers right down, and that will go right back in. Very simply, putting in your rubber strip is just a simple glide all the way down, and as you can see, the complete edge gets put back in very simply. Okay, and once you've got your seal completely in, you'd want to come under right at the very bottom, and what you want to do is just get that last screw into place to lock that in, so that seal is completely in, and now we are ready to silicone both sides. So we'll see you in the next segment. So to speed things up, I've already started the siliconing. Okay, as you can see how it's going in underneath. And what I always do, as I say, you're using the 100% silicone, and ultimately you are trying to just get it into the seam. Take your time, doing it neatly. I'm doing this with one hand, so anyway, so everybody understands that now. And you do the complete area from the right side and to the left side. Do both edges all the way from top to bottom, and then you are assured that you have a complete watertight corner, and the damage has been repaired in a affordable way, instead of taking it out to get it done and spending hundreds of dollars. Okay, so hope this helps, and we'll see you in the next segment. Okay, so here we are. Silicone has been completed. Just a nice clean bead. Get inside all the divots of the corrugated aluminum. Get that sealed. I start right from the complete top, because that's where your gutter is, but sometimes a lot of water shoots over there, so you want to just make sure you're sealed off all the way down, completely watertight. And you remember how that dent had looked, and we're looking pretty good. The trailer owners are very happy. So I hope this helps. Please like, subscribe, and share. Thank you. Have a great day.